Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the evening to be fought over three-minute rounds under amateur mixed martial arts rules in the bantamweight division. So introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he enters the cage with a record of 4 victories, 2 defeats. Representing Aberdeen Combat Centre, please welcome Gary Grant. And his opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He enters tonight with a record, 4 victories, 1 defeat. Representing Gym 01, please welcome Tarrou. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Paul Crossley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, cage door set to close on this amateur bantamweight competition. 4-1, Tarrou Lake representing Gym 1, fighting out of the red corner, and the red shorts take in on Aberdeen Combat Gary Grant, fighting in the black and white shorts. 4-2 record, so some experienced amateurs in the cage for us this time, Jay.
Yeah, pretty well matched. Grant looks comfortable from that southpaw stance, lands a straight left, even though he's a shorter guy, covering that distance well with that backhand.
Yeah, Tarrou certainly looks like he's got a little bit of height and reach on his opponent, but it's Gary Grant setting the pace with the striking at the moment.
Yeah, southpaw stance in behind his jab, a little step to the right, and it's opening up there, closing the space down for his left hand. Working that really nicely. Landed a few of those. Lake decides to shoot in and close the distance down.
Good, strong takedown defense. Get that nice wide base. Had that whizzer in.
Yeah, he's strong. Working his weight low. Gets that whizzer, starts to pull him up. He's going to frame off and back away there.
Nice knee from the... Oh!
That straight left again. Right down the middle. Beautiful shot.
And again, he's finding some success with his hands, which is why Tarrou Lake is in on the takedown again. Got the single leg, trying to raise the level. But
you're going to jump out to the back. Shucks him off, but right idea. Lake gets side control, but Grant's certainly not going to lay there and accept it. He's straight back up to his feet with a whizzer.
Straight back up to his feet. Oh, just almost bullied down to the ground there.
Yeah, and he's got control of that left arm as well. Good position for Lake to land some damage with the knees. See if there's an opening for him to take the back as well, but doesn't need to if he's not after. He's a little bit high at the moment. That's going to allow Grant to turn in, and he does.
Very nice.
It's funny though, you know, we're in Blackburn tonight, Steve. You got Gym 01 from the south coast, and then these guys from up in Aberdeen Combat Centre. It might be like the biggest difference in like distance in a domestic fight.
Traveled for
a domestic amateur fight. Literally two opposite ends of the Great British spectrum.
It's a great thing that Celtic Gladiator kind of matched that way, because it gives especially these amateurs a chance to see people outside their region. I mean, when you're doing the regional shows, you tend to see the same faces, the same names, and this gives them an opportunity to try it against other gyms and other talents.
Sure, and you see how well matched this is, 4-2 versus 4-1, and actually, you know, in the back and forth in the cage, both guys have had success as well. So it's worthwhile for these guys to come travel this distance and get these miles on the clock. Nice counters. Grant looking for a late double leg.
Forces Lake up against the cage and looks for the takedown.
Taller, longer reach, but he's actually one wanting to close the distance down. And that's where he had his most success as well. So yeah, interesting to see how this second round plays out.
Gary Grant out to the center of the cage very, very quickly. Shot to the body and then tries to land the 1-2, but
taking a close look at him. Oh, a big straight left.
And made worse by the fact that Lake sort of walked into it, was moving forward as the shot landed.
Yeah, now take a close look, Steve. That, you know, could be a boxer's nose that on Gary Grant. What do you reckon?
That could very well be. I don't imagine it's the first time he swung fists.
Really strong jab. Very impressive his boxing. Lake drives away in behind like a straight blast on the single leg.
Physically, Lake looks to be the stronger, the more athletic of the two fighters. But that cosmetic look doesn't always tell the story, does it?
No, definitely. Did he catch him with the right hand on the way out there? Gum shield's out. Not sure if that was just a slip, but there was a right hand, and he's going to go straight after him, is Grant.
Yeah, the corner telling him straight away to get on him. Strong inside leg kick there.
Oh, a good straight left. Covers so much distance with that.
Yeah.
Straight left, especially for a shorter guy. He slips his head to the outside. Little step with the lead leg. Finds a home for the straight left almost every time he throws it.
Yeah, his boxing is quite crisp.
Good right hand there for Lake. Drives his way through, and he's going to collect both legs.
Yeah,
his hands
going to
clasped
be able
together.
to. But Grant, really strong hits. Tried to keep that wide base. Planted his knee down. He's doing everything to keep from being taken down here.
Yeah, spreading the legs to break the grip initially.
Trying to tie him up.
Nice little trip there from Lake to start to pull that leg out. Looks like he was going to take him down, but Grant manages to get his balance back and gets out with a Kimura grip.
Yeah, very nice. Double underhooks and a knee to the belly here.
Yeah, but Lake doesn't want any distance between him in the middle of the cage. Certainly drives his man back to the fence. This is where he's more comfortable, looking for that. Going to look for a throw there. He's got Grant's got an underhook there, getting his head low. He's going to try and throw him from the hips, but Grant does a good job of getting back up right.
Going a bit old school with the foot stomps there. Grant turns Lake to the and again, very grueling work here. Both fighters working really hard. Can Lake slip out to the back here? Yes, he can.
Might want to break from there and land some shots, but he doesn't. Stays on the clinch, gets turned.
Very tight round the second. Ball cleared. Tarrou Lake representing Gym 01, the red corner, the red shorts. Gary Grant from Aberdeen Combat Center. The black and white shorts.
Yeah, and you see just shoving enough punches out there just to get Grant's hands up and then closes the distance, but Grant doing a better job there of clearing himself off first and then getting his back off the fence, not engaging in that.
Yeah, whereas in the last round, Grant perhaps happy to keep engaging in the clinch. He could have separated once or twice. Now, he's trying to keep that distance, and again, that left hand found a home.
Yeah, hook cross, and another one slips the jab. Lands a straight left through the middle. It's a really good shot.
Just a little slip there.
And again, as Lake comes in, there was a cross hook, and Lake needs to close the distance down. Grant turns in, pushes him back to the fence. They're really making things interesting.
And then we go back to this battle of attrition against the cage.
Yeah, Lake doing enough to stay there. Little foot stomps, trying to put the knees through. Doesn't want to open up enough space where Grant is going to be able to get his back off the fence and out in the middle again.
Trying to get both hands underneath the hips and locked together. So
Grant keeping that off with that Kimura grip, not allowing him to post his hands together. And if you remember the last round, he ripped that up and got his back off the fence with the Kimura grip. So strong hips, strong grip on there. He looks relatively comfortable, and now putting some hammer fist through. I really think Lake needs to get a takedown and do something dominant, because he needs to make a big impression. Nice little left hand snuck through for him there.
Straight in onto the single leg.
Yeah, he's on the single leg, eating some shots though for his troubles.
Trying to get that right hand around the knee. The Gym 01 corner screaming for him to bring it up to the body lock.
Yeah, he was fighting for a losing position there. Needs to get back up and reset. Pressing his man to the fence.
So every second they spend here is a second that Tarrou Lake is winning in the eyes of the judges.
Yeah, he's maybe looking to wrap that leg for a throw now. Going with the underhook, might be able to get an Uchimata type throw from this position. But good, great balance from Grant. gets himself back upright. Good head position. He might be able to turn out to his left and escape, but yeah, Lake really pressing him hard against the fence, allowing him no space to move out. As I say that, bit of space.
And he's out.
And they're going to swing. Big shots coming from Grant.
Grant throwing leather now.
And looks for a takedown of his own.
Nice sprawl. Competitive 3 rounds. Be very.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. With a split decision, your winner in the blue corner, Gary Grant.